Hello dear viewer, and welcome to this review and showcase of Natti, or Natti, in Steam's store. So, Natti is a roguelike tower defense that unfolds in the Otherworld of Korean folktales. Now, for parents to note, I would rate it probably around ages 9 plus, or E for everyone, E 10 plus. Since it is very similar to Kingdom Rush in style and presentation. I didn't notice any little pools of blood under the cartoonish enemy units attacking your towers or anything like that. So overall, I'd say pretty good in terms of what parents need to worry about. Now, one other thing to note is developers, I do not believe, are English-speaking natives, and I haven't noticed any real big profanity or anything, but there's always a chance that in an early access game, maybe they don't do a lot of diligence in checking vocabulary and all that when translating over, so that's something to keep in mind. Other things to note are it's made by 4 Days Lab Company. It's been in early access since February 15th, and they have been making updates through the game. You can even see they updated it during my playthrough, and that seemed to change some things. Right now it's on sale. It has been usually $8. They did say at one point that they expected when it is fully released, then that means they will increase the price and it will no longer be this price. So far it's got very positive reviews. I've certainly enjoyed my time with it. I do think that it could respect your time a little bit more with saving the game when you close the client. Right now, if you basically try to save and quit and then you close out the client entirely, then it will not remember you when you log back in. So you have to leave this client running at the moment on your computer. Thankfully it worked even when I put my computer to sleep. But you know, you may need to do other things or may need to close the client in order to make things run more smoothly on your computer. You can see some of the images and the art style here. And without further ado, we're going to jump into playing some Natti so that you can see what the game is like and make your own opinions on it. Hello dear viewer, we are now jumping into the game's menu. You can see kind of up at the top of the screen, you've got your little Steam page. There are settings in here, change the resolution, language, full screen mode. You can have a tutorial if you need it. You can upload the data for them to try and figure out whether or not things happen that crash the game, stuff like that. And it looks like if you tab out, it should mute the music. You can change the sound effects and background music. So far, it's been pretty decent. There's credits, but those should also flow once you beat the 3 current stages of the game. Without further ado, we don't have a continue game right here since I won my last run, and it was very difficult, but we made it by the skin of our teeth. Check out the last episode of the playthrough if you want to see that. We just got a new achievement, apparently, Arsenal. All right. So, as you can see, here's a word that parents may not be super happy with, HE double hockey sticks. I think of it more as a noun than as a curse or anything, so that's me. But the Hell's Gate has opened up and the evil forces are coming. I have no choice but to ask for your favor once again. If you need any help, please take it. So once you have gone through the game the first time, whether you die partway through or not, you then get these options at the beginning. You can gear draft, and in this game, gear is your towers. The default towers they give you only upgrade a little bit, so only once really. And any towers you find that are called gears can upgrade to level 4 and then can have extra abilities that you can pay money into that are pretty powerful. And if we get rid ourselves of our 20 max HP down to 10, we can get a random artifact that can affect multiple towers in a class. So like if we have artillery towers, we can have an artifact that makes the artillery towers AoE bigger, or deal more damage, or penetrate defenses, things like that. Or we can just get money for the shop. The gold coins at the top are the currency you get in each map, so it's different as we go through, and that does not carry over between maps or anything, but these gems do. Right now, let's just take a tower so that you can see what this is like. So we get 3 choices. It's like other roguelikes in that sense. We kind of want to draft towers that work with the relics or artifacts we're going to get, but you don't have to. I personally liked having a range just in case you needed something different. But yeah, this is a normal archer tower, but it can summon rabbit minions. And with the previous update, I noticed you can upgrade this tower into a better version where its attacks are stronger and it summons one more minion, which is pretty good. Minions can block your enemies from going through the course and from taking your HP. If you lose all your HP, you die, your run ends, game over. So these are the level 4 improvements we could get: Entangle Shot and Supply Improvement. Right now, it's interesting. We're not going to worry about it. This is a Mage Gear or tower. The Jade Wand, it shoots several magic orbs at once. That's pretty nice for doing AoE damage, area of effect, hitting multiple enemies. It decreases the damage on upgrade, but shoots more orbs, so it makes it more into an artillery tower with magic as its damage type. So it's physical or magic damage in general. There's also like true damage that ignores all defenses and things like that, but usually you don't have those. Okay, so we can increase your critical chance. You get 2 upgrade potentials here. And then 3 upgrades for potential power. Try and decrease that damage and then bring it back up. The Firecracker is pretty nice actually, because even if it's not the best, it helps your good towers recover these abilities faster, even if it's not fully upgraded as far as I could tell in my last playthrough. And it's an artillery tower, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna go for the Firecracker. We're gonna start this journey. And as you can see, it's very Slay the Spire-like or FTL, where you have your nodes of choices. We have just a battle at the start, but we could choose an event later on and then choose between those. This is an elite fight, which is generally harder, and overall will always reward you with a trinket if you win, which your trinkets will show up on this page. This is not the limit. You can scroll down and still collect trinkets, and I highly recommend you try to collect as many as you can, so long as you are not risking death and defeat. Other than that, we can get another trinket here just for free, kind of like an event. There's rest spots, which are actually important for upgrading your hero. And then there are shops. And shops, you know, they're pretty nice. And at the end of this big path, we have our first boss, Ziggy, the Flame Goose, who loves to throw random fireballs at your minions that are trying to block the road. Apparently, Ziggy doesn't like roadblocks. Who knew? So, because this has the most variety, I'm going to try to go over here. We're going to try to basically show each node off, and then, I don't think I'll be able to get to an elite fight if I do that, though. Ah, well. Well, basically, I can't do the rest and the elite fight, so I'll probably do the elite fight, and then we'll probably cut the video there. Without further ado, let's jump into battle. Good music, too. So, we can have a few short keys here. The number 1 selects our hero, also known as Boozer. That is another thing, maybe, that parents would want to be aware of, is the only hero at the moment is named Boozer. 2 is Boozer's power, his reinforcement power, and then 3 is his, like, long cooldown power, the Buddha Stomp. Let's see. I am going to put my AoE tower here, I believe, because that's pretty good damage, or here. As you can see, we have a big firing arc. I want to take advantage of that. It's an AoE. It'll catch any stragglers that make it through Boozer. Yeah. And then I think we'll put a magic tower here, because a lot of enemies have physical armor, but not magic armor. We'll put some helpers to help Boozer block. These are our little pigs. We can move them around by clicking on the tower and then selecting the rally point, or Q, which I have frankly never used because I've been more selecting by hand. But one thing to note is that if nobody walks close enough to these guys, they're not going to block them. So you want them pretty much central in the route if you can. But if we put one like over here, we can move them back, move them forward. So that's pretty useful. And then we have our upgrade cost. So 110 of the gold currency. We'll do that. We will not be spending gems in the combat. As far as I'm aware, they don't plan to implement anything like that. Let's upgrade with E. Just automatically once you select something, you got that. One thing to keep in mind, is I turned off auto select next gear because I was placing towers by accident with that. I really like not placing my towers by accident because you don't get the full cost of your tower back when you sell it. It's like 70% or so. You know what, let's double check. Right now, we get everything back because it's the beginning of the level, which just makes sense to me. And then you can really play around with kind of how you want to place everything. But the hotkey for that is R. We're going to put it right back in. And we're going to run. And we can fast forward with F. Right now this is normal speed. It slows down a bit if you hover over the next wave of enemies, which is kind of nice, so then you can kind of read the information on the next enemies a little bit better. Right now, Boozer's taking out this guy who's got an aura. That's pretty nice. We're going to block this guy and then stomp these guys. So, that happened. And then I can't upgrade this guy further. That is no longer an option for this default tower. We're going to try to get enough money to upgrade, and we're going to try to reinforce Boozer a bit. As you can see, they only go a certain amount of distance away, right? Like, Boozer isn't going to help until more guys pop up. Same here. We're going to try to help. There we go, there's our AoE. And now, we've got 1 out of 1 wave. So this is going to be an unceasing wave until we're done here. So as you can see, we just did 1 level. We can get another level for 320. Each level is going to cost more. There are some, like trinkets, artifacts, whatever you want to call them, that will decrease the costs of levels or abilities. But usually by like 25% maybe. You know, stuff like that. So minor bonuses that add up. But thankfully, we don't even need to place all these towers for this level. And we are going to start fast forward. Let's start stomping everything if we can. Boozer, you run back. Boozer can heal pretty quickly if we let him. But if he does die, he comes back. He just has a little gravestone where he died. We get more of these gems, we get some hero XP, and gain a new tower. So, Boozer is currently level 1. He needs 3 pips of XP in order to level to level 2. Once we do that, we'll get some of these that we can spend on a new skill, or upgrading a skill. So, rabbit minions are very strong, and when you upgrade them, they get spears, so you can place them back, and they can have a ranged attack for a while and still block if anything gets close. So what I like to do is make Boozer less likely to die, deal a bunch of damage, and then try to upgrade these minions. And then once I get them to at least the spears, I try to upgrade these guys. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We could try to get more gold per attack. Gold is just great. So honestly, this feels like a no-brainer. So I'm gonna take another artillery tower. We're gonna get an event. A textbook. A soldier with sparkling eyes hands over a booklet. This is a textbook my teacher wrote, who was a master of all kinds of martial arts. It sure will help you too. And if we read it, we lose 3 of our HP, and our hero level goes up. You combat with soldier. You are injured a bit, feels stronger. As you can see, not the best grammar at the moment. Still early access, which is kind of the developer's way of saying we need more money to, you know, keep doing stuff, and you hope that they can, in fact, reach full release at some point. So we did get a full level out of that, which is great. I'm going to go for Helmbreaker first, and then I'm going to go for Shoulder Roll, next chance I get. Okay, so I'm injured a bit. Now I have 17 out of 20 health. Oh, I feel stronger. Now, not all enemies are built the same. They can deal varying amounts of HP. Most of the small minions that might be faster deal about 1. I think more elite enemies deal 3 to 5, and then bosses, usually if they make it all the way through, will just kill you. So there's no reason not to spend everything you have on a boss once you've gotten there. We are going to go to the shop. So this is what the shop looks like. You can see gear in here, and there are artifacts. Most of the time you want to have about 200 gems, I'd say, before you go to a shop, just so that you can check like which artifacts can help you figure out your build. Like this Mystic Feather, attack speed up on all towers, but all towers are a little bit less damaging. Probably a trade-off worth making though, especially if you go for like a lot of archer towers that like attack speed, or even just mages attacking faster is good because they're usually a little bit slow. The Rusty Arrowhead is great. That's the damage over time towers. Get 30% more damage, which is pretty good. Poison Frog is only 15 gems. Yeah, we take that. We take that. I can get these less rare towers, like the rare tower right here, or gear. The Phoenix Staff is 300 gems, but it's very worth it in my opinion, if you can get enough money. So do we want a minion with these shields, or do we want a magic tower? The fan can push things back. If you need more info, you can left click on this, and yeah. Oh, that's stun, that's right, it's not the pushback, but stuns are good. Stuns are good, we want stuns. Let's do that, and then we can go here. We can go here. What's over here? Ah, the Dokebi, I want to say. Dokebi. I think that's how you pronounce it in Korean.
I am hungry.
Oh yeah, they're like goblins in Korean mythology.
No problem.
And if we can fast forward now and make Boozer travel a little faster over there. We want gold quickly, so let's do that. The fan is nice for keeping people in the gold tower range. This is a nice arc compared to this spot, so I think we put our barracks here, and then we click that queue up over here. It's not quite central. I think that'll be better for catching minions. And then, can I upgrade you? No? We'll upgrade you. Okay. And then we will start. And we have 1 out of 1 waves again. So I can't show you. There'll be like a little red emblem with that minion face on it. You can click it, get extra money. It'll help your cooldowns, abilities, basically recharge faster. Things like that. So you can kind of risk reward a little bit with it. If you are struggling with your current wave, I do not recommend you start that next wave early. That's usually bad, but sometimes getting that extra money is the difference between life and death. As you just saw there, that extra money was pretty good for our artillery. I should block these guys from going that far. Okay, and that worked? Wonderful. So, we got that. You're not quite level 3 yet. Okay. His stats do increase as well. So this is a rarer tower. Shoots several rockets at once. Oh, and you decrease enemy defense, huh? Interesting. Okay. I kind of want to get more minions, though. We don't really have a good barracks tower or minion tower yet. So I'm gonna do that in the hopes that it helps us with this elite. So let's see. Do you have 5 waves? You have 5 waves. All right. So as you can see, this little thing we're going to have to pay attention to.
Right.
Ooh, I'm very glad I have my magic tower, because we're going to need that here. We absolutely will. I'm going to then get the poison frog up here, because Aggies are a type of enemy that have high defense, but magic chips away at that. They do get larger if you don't take care of them. We're going to upgrade our middle path towers more, because enemies can also come from here. So one thing to always try to do is assess the map, see, is there like a graveyard zombies are going to pop out of? Is there a weird little stream that seems a little suspicious? Very Kingdom Rush of the developers. So yes, keep an eye on that. Archer Tower. I think I want to put you here. We're going to upgrade you to level 3 because then you get 67 to 123 damage, which is just good. You attack 1 attack per second, and you have 360 range, whereas you have 280 range, 1 1/4 attacks a second, and 9 to 14 damage, which, you know, not significant compared to this. So yeah, I have found, I think, that it is better to focus on stronger towers, mostly. And then, once you've done that, you hope and pray that you can get enough blockers and things to help you out. Okay, let's try to upgrade you next, maybe, or do I need... We're going to stop the fast forward. As you can see, everything pauses when I am hovering over the darkness that is incoming. That's a potential problem. Okay, I am going to put one of you here. I'm going to move over there. I will put this here, that here, and then we're going to start that a little bit faster. As you saw, our cooldowns went a little bit faster because I'd let so much of the time run down. I don't think I can block these guys, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this could still be helpful in the future. I might need to stomp the yard a bit. I don't think Boozer can stop him either, though. So let's keep adding another tower. try this and move Boozer down here. See if we can't do something. And if we can't, we definitely should do this. Yeah, okay, we can't. We'll do that and hope that that is helpful. I'll definitely upgrade you. Okay, so we start, so we can hopefully get some other attacking tower sooner rather than later. Okay, so that should be enough, but as you saw, we lost 1 HP there. Not super happy about it, but it happened. And we will move on. Move on to better and brighter things, in theory. Okay, I'm gonna probably upgrade you, and then I'm gonna upgrade you. Yeah, okay. We can do this. And I'm gonna upgrade you, because you attack fast on these little dark ghosts. And as you can see, we have some guys swimming through the ground that I can't block until they pop out of the ground. Then I can smack them. And that's good. So, yeah. It would have been nice to have this thing up here at the front. I could sell this for only 75. It was 125 to place. So I'd really rather not sell it if I can make it good, right? So that's one thing to keep in mind. Yeah, and I think that is working. There's our little gravestone, but our hero is back and just as good as ever. Not better, but just as good. Alright, so far, that's damage. We'll take it. So yeah, this is our random default magician tower called the Bell Tower. And this is not, which is why I can go higher and have better stats and things. Anything else I can do? I can get a little bit more range on you, so let's do that. Let's do that. So it's not always summoning a minion, which makes sense. It just has the possibility. Unless, can we... Oh, never mind. You are also a minion tower. I want to try to put them down here, I think. Block things going down this way, if possible. I'm going to try to do this. That seems fine. That seems fine. And then... I don't have any more bell towers. Let's try to show you... So this is an ability. As you can see, it's got the 3 pips to the left. And we didn't have enough money or time to really do stuff. Here's our new trinket. Okay, so the abnormal status enemies will take more damage. We get +2 hero XP, so 2 of those little green pips. And a new tower. So yeah, now we've got a level. And we're going to get that shoulder roll. Try to keep our hero alive longer. And then I definitely... Oh, the lightning staff, though, is so good. It's just so good. We don't have a good minion tower. But lightning! Okay. So lightning, we will take. Event, we will also take. And it is a battle. So, yeah. Do we have time for this? I think we might. I think we might. Let's think. Snack hat and Dokebi. Let's try to get some gold going early. Try to get some stuns to keep people in there. We can still have our kind of wimpy barracks guys. Keep people in there as well. Boozer, we're going to move a little bit more forward. And then... I'm going to wait. I'm going to try... see what we can do here. One thing that would be nice is not needing to go down here to click on information on enemies. But it works pretty well. You just have to click on one and then read its info. So this is not a cat nor a snake. This one has magic resistance. And it throws orbs that deals damage to the ally and speeds up the enemy. So our allies get hurt by it, and it makes our enemies faster, which is not great for us. So, I think I do still upgrade my fan tower, because it's still good. Even though they resist damage, they're still going to take damage. They'll still take damage. Okay, you guys are not far enough, so I need to pull Boozer back a bit. Try to get everybody clumping. There we go. Now we need like 384. I would like that. I would like that money very much. Aha, we have the money. Okay. Then 480 for the last level of the Golden Frog. Okay. I wonder if that'd be a good French cafe name. The Golden Frog. Let me know in the comments below. And now we have problems because things leak through. We're going to put a lightning tower over here. We're going to have rabbit minion, archer, and minion tower, which is pretty cool. So leveling up gave us another minion, which is also pretty cool. I should do that. I'm going to try to poison you a bit. I'm going to move Boozer back. He can go through the map. Other units cannot. Because he is a hero. Or as Larry Boy might say, I am that hero. So saith our pigman. And we have victory. Okay, so we made it through. Wonderful. We do not have a level. That's okay. It's okay. Can't always level up. And I do want the short sword. Yeah, we don't have a good minion tower yet, so we'll take that. And then I can show you what this is and the rest thing. So yeah, we just get kind of a random relic. More minion units, but they respawn slower. Ooh. So bosses often just kill minions like it's nothing. And so them respawning slower means we're less likely to be able to get them to block in time to block more than once. So yeah, here we can rest, heal some of our max HP. Honestly, you basically want to play well enough that you never have to do that so that you can upgrade a good tower instead. So we don't have any of our good towers that have the same tower. If you have two of the same tower, you can basically get all three of these pips at once with the extra tower. Or you can feed them the same family of gear or towers. So I would have to get rid of my fan, my bell, and my bell to upgrade this lightning staff, which I don't want to do. I do want, I think, golden frog. More gold, everything gets cheaper, increases. Yeah, okay. We want this, even if we have to get rid of firecracker for it, I think. But I think I'd rather get rid of poison frog than firecracker. Yeah. Okay. Probably worth it. So we want that on the map. That might just be the price of everything for the tower gets cheaper, including its normal upgrades, which is great. That means that tower is more viable and able to get to its power levels faster, right? Other than that, we have more events and things, and then we'll get to the boss. But that, I think, is a good enough review for now. If you want to see more of the game, dear viewer, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below. I hope you have a great day.